In this section, we'll review the fundamentals of base running. The importance of good base running is often overlooked, but it is an essential part of every team's offense. This lesson will cover running from base to base within the diamond, stealing bases, and sliding. Now, here's Los Angeles Dodgers coach Joe Vavra.
Now, good base running starts right here in the batter's box. After we make contact, we do not need to follow the flight of the ball. We just glance in the direction the ball's hit. Our first step is the most important step in base running. It's a crossover step, and while we're doing so, we release the bat. We do not want to throw the bat, we just want to release it out of our hands.
The runner should take a rounded approach to first base, hitting the bag on the inside with his left foot. After hitting the ball, the runner's first stride should be short and compact.
Now, from the right side, it's the same technique. Contact, glance, release the bat, do not throw it, cross with the right, and then it just becomes a race. Now we need to complete the race. We're going to break the tape by leaning in, cross the finish line. We're going to step in the middle of the base with either foot, don't break stride, continue on through glancing to see if there's an errant throw, and we finish our base running. Now let me show you some examples.
On a ball hit in the infield, the runner reaches first base, leaning forward as if he's breaking the tape at a finish line. Then keep running hard, 5 or 6 feet beyond the base. The runner should also glance quickly at the infielder to see if there's an errant throw.
Now that we've gotten ourselves a base hit, the first thing we need to do is pick up our third base coach. We listen for advice from our first base coach, but our eyes are fixed on our third base coach. We begin our lead with our right leg, and we go crossover with the left, and then again with the right, and then a short shuffle step. That'll get us out to a consistent lead every time. We also keep our eyes on our pitcher once we begin the lead. Now once we've gotten our lead, we're out 4 paces, 3 strides and a shuffle. We get into a nice, relaxed, comfortable stance. The weight's on the balls of our feet, and we can go either direction. But we want to be thinking second base, so we want to get the best push off our left leg as possible. We're in this position. Now the pitcher begins his windup. As he begins his windup, we shuffle off. If we're not stealing a base, it's just a regular 1-2 shuffle with the right-left leg. Staying low, not bouncing. We don't want to give anything away to the opposition.
When leading, the runner takes 4 paces towards second base and keeps his eyes on the pitcher. And then as the ball is pitched, he should take 2 shuffle steps. When stealing, the runner pushes off with the left foot, taking a crossover step and staying low to get a fast start. Remember, he should pivot on the right foot and push off with the left. Watch again as the runner pivots on the right foot and pushes off with the left. When stealing, the runner should stay low and run hard, as if he were in a race. He should not slow down as he prepares to slide. Youth League players often must stay on the base until the pitch reaches the catcher's glove. Even so, the runner should still use the left foot to push off. Now let's see how a runner gets back to first base on a pickoff attempt. He should keep his knees flexed and his weight balanced. If the runner returns standing, he should step on the back corner of the base. The other method is to dive back. In this case, the runner should tag the back corner of the base with his right arm. Leading off second base, the runner starts with the right leg, takes 3 strides and then 2 shuffle steps. Remember to start the lead as the pitcher begins the windup.
Now, our lead from third base is very similar to all the rest of the bases. We're going to start with our right leg, cross over to the left, and then go with our right, and then we're going to go into a shuffle. So we're going to take 3 strides and a shuffle. The only difference at third base is you want to stay in foul territory. Example, 1, 2, 3, and a shuffle. The same thing applies. I want to keep my eyes fixed on the pitcher, and then when the pitcher goes into his delivery towards the home plate, I shift my attention from the pitcher to the home plate area. Keep a balanced stance and be relaxed as possible at third base. We shift our weight to the right leg. When the pitch is en route to home plate, that's when I want to get some momentum going towards the plate. I don't want to be at a standstill. I want to get myself shuffling towards home plate, and I end up with my weight on the right leg. If the ball is put in play, then I can continue on home. If it's not, I just retreat by shifting my weight back, crossing over, and going into the base.
Watch how this runner takes his lead off third base and then retreats when the ball is not put in play.
When we tag up, it's very similar at all the bases. We take a normal stride in foul territory. We watch the pitch go from the pitcher's mound to the hitting area. We shuffle off, putting our weight over our right leg. We see contact is made. It's a fly ball. We go back to the base as quickly as possible, getting ourselves into a racing position. We look for the ball over our left shoulder, listening to the coach. We see the ball enter the glove, and we take off just like a race for home plate.
Watch this runner tag up on a fly ball. He gets into a racing position, looks over his left shoulder, and when the ball is caught, races for home plate, running hard the whole way.
Now we need to talk about the slide. We've done the base running, now we need to talk about the proper sliding techniques. We run hard, we don't slow down, we don't stutter step, and we start our slide about 15 to 20 feet before the base. When we start our slide, we throw our hands back and extend our legs. Always keep the hands back. We want to go in as low as possible. We call it the bent leg slide because the right or left leg, whichever one you're comfortable with, will extend. The other one will come underneath the knee and tucked. When you're running as fast as possible, it's very easy done. You throw your hands back, kick your legs out, the right or left leg comes underneath the knee, and you slide hard into the base. Avoid sitting upright. You want to throw your weight back and drag your back across the ground. If you sit upright, you have a tendency to dig in with the heel, and that'll cause an injury. We use a 3-point landing in our slide. In other words, we want to land in 3 spots. We use the back of the calf and the backside, both spots. Avoid dragging your hand. That can cause another injury to the palm of your throwing hand or glove hand.
Remember, the runner should start his slide 15 to 20 feet before the base. Watch this runner extend his left leg and tuck the right underneath.
Now, when we land on our 3 points and our momentum's taking us towards the base, our upper body's back, we begin to slide into the base with our knees slightly bent. And when we touch the base, we kind of absorb the base and bend into the slide. Keep the foot from being straight up and down, bend it slightly, so when you hit the base, it'll give, avoiding injury. Now, coaches, a good way to practice this is by taking the shoes off, tucking the stirrups, and going to a wet, grassy surface. That'll give the kids a good feeling for sliding. Hi, babe.
Michigan boys can do it all.
That's right. Hi, babe. Get that knee out of the way now. Lean back. Better.
When running the bases, it is important for the runner to take as direct a route as possible toward each base. Step on the inside part of the bag and maintain speed all the way. Of course, sometimes even major leaguers run into trouble